I'm sharing 5 big tips to help you wear the classics in your closet and look stylish, modern, and fresh. The problem is that while many of us love the classics, if we wear all classics, especially when we're over 50, we can end up looking a little dated, maybe even older than we really are, and heaven forbid, frumpy. But today, you're going to get the tools that you need to wear your classic closet with style, so you can step out confidently, feeling stylish, modern, and relevant. Hello, welcome. I am so glad to be back in the saddle after a 3-week break. I took a few weeks off just to really renew my creative juices, to spend some time with family, and just rest a little bit. We all need that every once in a while, don't we? But it really is so good to be back. I have missed you ladies so very much, and I have got so much great content planned for us this next year. My name is Kay, in case we haven't met, and this is Dress for My Day, and my goal here every Wednesday is to show up with some big information and take-home value for you so that you can wear your closet full of clothes in a way that feels stylish and relevant. I want you to keep showing up for the people around you because I believe that whether you're over 50 or younger, you have something to contribute. So let's get going with today's topic. I'm a big fan of creating a classic closet, a wardrobe full of pieces that are a little timeless. They have that classic aesthetic to them, so therefore they go with a lot of things. They work with so many things. In fact, they become the basics, the base of your outfits. And in fact, if you don't have a few classics, then you're probably struggling to put outfits together. We're talking about things like that classic white t-shirt, a classic crew neck cashmere sweater or turtleneck sweater, that blue jean jacket even, or a blazer. It could be your straight leg jeans or your wider leg jeans. It could be some great trousers, maybe those wider leg ones, or a straight leg. It could be a pencil skirt, an A-line skirt, an accordion skirt, just really those classics. Of course, there are also some classic accessories like a beautiful satchel bag with a top handle, sometimes called a lady purse. I know that so many of my viewers say that they lean into the classics and they really don't want to look trendy. I hear you. I don't want to look trendy either. But I do want to look modern, and sometimes there's a fine line. And I have found that there are some keys to wearing that classic wardrobe that will keep us looking modern and fresh and relevant. And if we don't try to do some of these, if we don't put a little effort into looking more modern, then we really can look a little dated and just a little boring in our very classic wardrobe, especially if that classic wardrobe leans toward the more traditional side, which, hey, I love it, and that may be your style aesthetic, but you can still keep the look fresh. At my website, dressformyday.com, this year I have a style series going called Styling the Classics for the Modern Woman. And I've already got 3 blog posts up where I've been styling, let's see, the classic black dress, the classic black trousers, and a classic ivory pullover sweater. I'll be styling different classics throughout the year for different seasons. And some of them may repeat for different seasons because, of course, there are different ways to wear those classic black trousers each season. And my goal there really is just to show you the things that you probably already have in your closet, but wearing them in modern ways. And there truly are some tricks. But as I've been creating those posts, I have found some common elements every time I try to put together those outfits. And I wanted to go ahead and share those 5 big tips with you now because you need this information right away. I don't want to be dribbling it out to you over the next year. I want you to have these 5 things so that you can start practicing them if you want to and making modern outfits. Now look, before I go any further, these are all options. If you really love just a purely classic look and you're comfortable with that, maybe you really like looking traditional and you want a little bit of a little bit of an age about you. You want to look older and wise and more mature, and so you're really comfortable with wearing just your traditional classics, that's fine. In fact, the outfits I'm going to show you that I would say lean really, really classic, there's nothing wrong with them. So just hang with me though, and I think you might like some of these ways to turn your outfits a little bit more modern. Sometimes I think when we try to make our looks modern, we think that the only way to do that is to adapt some of the trends. And I'll be having a trend report for the spring in just a few weeks. Yeah, we're going to be moving towards spring already. And I love knowing the trends. I like knowing what's in fashion and what's kind of out, what's really having a moment. But you don't have to look trendy to look modern. There's a difference. But I do think it's smart to be aware of the trends, to be aware of what is current, what's modern. And I'm going to be feeding you a few of those things as we go through today's video. The overarching tip that really is just something I think is good to think about every time you put together an outfit is simply to ask yourself, have I made some modern style choices? And that's where it all boils down to. I'm going to give you some of those modern style choices. Those are the tips. But really, I think every time we put together an outfit, if we want to look current, if we want to look youthful and vibrant and like we're of, 2025, then I just think it's smart to look in the mirror and say, have I made any modern style choices? Or did I just put on the pieces from my classic wardrobe and call it a day? There's a difference, and I think you'll see that as we get going with these 5 tips. You only have to make one choice though. You don't have to do all 5. So I do have 5 tips for you, but you don't need to do all 5 things in every outfit, okay? My first tip is simply to choose to wear modern silhouettes. Now, what we mean by that is just the pieces that are in your closet, like just think about those classics in your closet. What shape do they take? What length are they? How do they hang on your body? So for instance, this is just a for instance, you probably have several pairs of trousers or pants in your closet that you consider classic. Maybe because they're in a neutral, maybe because they're kind of basic, they're in a nice fabric, maybe they're cotton or they're wool or whatever, they just look traditional, so you think those are classic. But think about the silhouette of those pants. Maybe you have some that are wide leg, that kind of have, they're reminiscent of like Katharine Hepburn, the wide legged and the pleats and the belt loops and everything, and just really classic trousers. Maybe though they are also classic and they're just straight leg. They're just really nice and straight. They're a nice wool trouser or whatever. Maybe though they have more of a tapered leg and their ankle length or their full length or whatever. But, not all of those are going to look current right now. I'm not telling you to take them out of your closet. I have all of those silhouettes in my closet or in my wardrobe anyhow, but they don't all make my seasonal closet. I like to put some things back that maybe they just don't look current right now, but they might again one of these days, maybe really soon even, maybe in the next season. But right now, I want to wear the silhouettes that are current. Or I may have all of them in my closet, but on any given outfit, I want at least one piece of that outfit to have a really modern silhouette. So what are some of the modern silhouettes? Well, right now in pants, what's modern is a straight leg or a wider, fuller leg, but in a relaxed fit. Now we're seeing a lot of relaxed fit, even though also the slim fit pant is coming back in, that kind of a straight leg with a little bit of an opening there at the ankle. Kind of think Laura Petrie, is coming back in style, but still kind of a relaxed fit, not really tight, not skin hugging. So we're just seeing very pared back, and I'm still loving the wider leg trouser, the fuller leg trouser, the relaxed straight leg trouser and pant. Those are going to look really modern. I think especially if we're over 50 and we make those kinds of choices rather than wearing that kind of would be like a tapered leg. It's going to look a little bit more traditional right now. Really the same things go in jeans. A more modern silhouette is going to be that wider leg, a straight leg, a relaxed fit. Now you're going to see barrel leg jeans trending, and I'm all for them, I love them, but that's not a classic silhouette. So you see what I'm talking about? We're talking about classics, but in a modern silhouette. When it comes to tops, like maybe button-up shirts, what's trending there? Well, we're still seeing a lot of cropped length tops that are working really nicely with our high waist jeans and pants. We're also seeing them still fuller, kind of oversized, but not too oversized. I think we're kind of past that point of things being really big and baggy on us. Another thing that's trending, let's talk about blazers. So the trending silhouettes there are fitted, very ladylike, form-fitting, but not tight. And then also though, still that kind of a slightly oversized, and we are seeing some shoulder pads return too, especially if you want to use them strategically for your particular body shape. When it comes to sweaters, we're seeing a lot of cropped length sweaters still, and we're not talking about showing your navel, we're just talking about a sweater that barely goes over your waistband, so it works really nicely to create those great proportions with those full-length trousers or those ankle-length trousers. Now, when it comes to handbags, what are we seeing? Well, one of the things that I'm noticing is like the compact, really neat-looking shoulder bag, like maybe a saddle bag or a little box bag. Those are very on trend and look very current right now. And also the lady bags, though. So that traditional lady bag, that satchel with a top handle is on trend, and it's also definitely a classic. What I don't see a lot of are like big, bunchy, just misshapen bags, or those that are really slouchy. And when it comes to shoes, we're seeing sneakers such as field sneakers and chunky sneakers are very on trend, as well as kitten heels and slingback heels. In flats, we're seeing loafers and still seeing those ballet flats. I'll give you more information on current silhouettes in upcoming videos as well, so stay with me. My second tip for looking current in your classic closet, I like all those C's, don't you, is to make sure that at least one piece in your outfit is really current, just really on trend. So you can wear all those classics, and in fact, that current piece may be a classic too, but it's just one of those that really looks fresh. It's just one of those now pieces. Let's say you want to wear some classic jeans, that classic cashmere pullover, and some classic loafers. All right, you can do that, but you can add a modern style element, so a modern piece or even just a modern style hack. And so one example of that would be to add a white crew neck t-shirt underneath that sweater, just peeking out over the collar. That is so fresh and youthful, and it's really having a moment. And of course also it's really comfortable and it's warm for right now. Now this particular t-shirt I'm wearing here is the best for doing that. I have tried and tried and tried to find the right t-shirt to peek through there and to stay put and not to have to fuss and budget with it all day. And this one really fits the bill. So be sure to look below where I have linked all the things that I'm showing you that are available. So anything that's available, I'm going to link below. So be sure to check the description box for those links, and I'll give you a link to this great t-shirt that works so well. But just adding that under that cashmere sweater automatically makes this very classic outfit look more contemporary, and that's what we're going for. Let's say you want to wear some classic jeans, a blazer, and just some booties. Well, what can you do to make that outfit more modern? Well, the thing I would do is to choose a modern blazer. Now, sure, you've got lots of blazers in your closet. I certainly do. But for this day, I'm going to make sure that I make some modern choices. So I'm actually wearing a modern jean too. These are the full leg jeans that I actually even have on today. It gives a nice silhouette, and it's a fitted blazer. It's a button-up blazer. Actually, I've worn it completely buttoned up. This is a great little trending blazer. It's a classic. It's a military-inspired blazer, and it's actually been available for several years, but it's just been gaining in popularity. And so I finally jumped in the bandwagon this year and got this blazer, and I love it. It comes in several different fabrics and different colors, and it's not going anywhere. So I kind of think it is a classic. In fact, later on, it might look more classic to wear it unbuttoned. But right now, the on-trend way to wear it is buttoned up. So I've just worn a t-shirt in the same color underneath it, a little v-neck t-shirt. You can barely see it if you see it at all. It's just kind of there for security in case I need to take the jacket off. But that jacket, wearing it buttoned up like that, kind of the length of it, wearing it with those wide leg jeans, I've added some booties, and these booties have a squared off toe. Wearing a squared off toe or a pointy toe booty is going to be your best bet if you're trying to look, very contemporary. And then I'm also made a contemporary choice with my handbag. I'm carrying a tote, which is just really in style right now, and especially a really, defined classic tote like this one with some structure. So that's just a great choice. So adding some modern choices, making sure at least one of those pieces, and I would say of all of those, really that jacket is the one that is just really now, really current. Now here's one more outfit that I'm really going to walk us through step by step. Here I'm wearing some classic straight leg jeans, and then I have on a button-up shirt, another classic. I've added a cardigan. Now this is a very traditional but classic cardigan that I've had in my closet for several years now. It's a fine cardigan. I paid a lot of money for it. It's not going anywhere. It's staying in my closet. And then I've worn some little flats. Also classics, really nice little shoes, very comfortable. These are Ally flats. In fact, I love them. A little pointy toe flat. And I'm carrying that lady bag again. But once again, that is just all very classic. Each of these pieces individually are great, but when you put all of this together, it looks a little tired, a little yesterday. It's still nice, nothing wrong with it if you really want to wear this, but I think we can do better. I think we can make this outfit a little bit more current with just a few current choices, modern choices. So for the sweater, instead of that long, open front cardigan, I'm going to wear a button-up 3-button little V-neck cardigan here. Some people are calling it a grandfather cardigan or a dad cardigan. It's a very relaxed fit, slightly cropped length, that ribbed knit. It's a cashmere also, really great sweater. It's been available for several years too. It's a classic, but it's just so much more current than the other choice. My shoes, it's a subtle difference, but instead of wearing those pointy toe flats, I'm going to wear some modern loafers. And then instead of carrying that lady bag this time, I'm going to carry that little saddle bag, shoulder bag. And I just think that's a really, just a little bit fresher, more youthful approach. So I love the way this comes together with just a few modern choices. And I'll keep all of those things in my closet, and I'm wearing them all. Now the cardigan, the other cardigan, by the way, the open front one, I'm reserving it to wear at home. I'm just wearing it at home when I need to throw something on to keep warm. And maybe I'll wear that another year. But right now, in 2025, I think these are more modern choices. Tip number 3 is to add some juxtaposition to your outfit. What is juxtaposition? It's just like things that are a little opposite of each other, or adding the unexpected. So one great way to do this is with that style formula 2x2. Maybe you've heard me talk about that before. It's simply where you have at least 2 items in your outfit that are one way and 2 that are kind of just the opposite. And it doesn't have to be just like, modern and classic. It could be things that are like dressed up and things that are a little bit more casual, or things that are very feminine as opposed to things that are a little bit more menswear inspired. It could be something that's really polished and pulled together, and then 2 other things that are a little bit more rough and tumble. So even today, I'm wearing something that's really polished, 2 things I guess. My beautiful lace blouse is very polished and feminine, I'd say, and then I have on these pretty little pearl earrings. Very simple, but pearl little earrings. So 2 very feminine things. But below, I'm wearing some jeans with a little bit of fading in them, wide leg jeans, and those Chelsea boots, or those boots with the squared off edges there. And so just a little bit more rough and tumble. So I love the juxtaposition of feminine as opposed to that rough and tumble aesthetic. Adding that juxtaposition is going to give me a more contemporary outfit, even though I'm wearing what are essentially classics. A very traditional classic choice would be these full-length jeans and a classic cashmere crew neck sweater and some Chelsea boots. Now my Chelsea boots have an almond-shaped toe, so they're very traditional looking. But you could add some juxtaposition to this outfit by making it a little bit more casual. So I've changed out the boots for sneakers, and I've just worn some sneakers with a little bit of a heel, so they still work with my full-length wide leg jeans. And then I've put that t-shirt underneath that sweater to give it a little bit more of a casual vibe. So the casual pieces, of course, are the sneakers and the t-shirt, and the little bit more dressy pieces are the cashmere sweater. And then I also added a wool double-faced coat. So adding that dressy coat to this otherwise casual outfit really gives you that juxtaposition. It looks so modern, so classy. I love that look. So I've worn all classics, but in a very modern way. If you're enjoying these style tips and getting anything out of them, I hope you'll go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. Don't worry, I've still got 2 more to share with you, and I'm going to get straight to those. But I also want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. Go ahead and hit that bell, and that way you'll receive a notification every time I upload a new video, which is usually on Wednesday. I love being able to serve you here. Tip number 4 is simply to make a modern shoe choice with your outfit. So you could wear all the classics you want to, but definitely wear your shoes, not just modern shoes, but in a modern way. So this is not just about going out and buying all new shoes, modern shoes that just came out, but it's about wearing your shoes in a modern way. Let's talk about sneakers. Yes, you can certainly wear sneakers with your jeans and those casual outfits, but it's really very on trend right now to wear your sneakers with dressier pants like I've done here. So with my nice black trousers, really polished trousers. These are from Talbot's. I've worn those nice chunky sneakers here with a sweater. Just really looks pulled together. And then I've added that coat. I love that look. I think it's just so sharp. So wearing your sneakers with your dressier pants is very on trend. You're not going to want to do that all the time, but occasionally you certainly can. Another modern choice though is boots. I mean, boots are really on trend. Knee-high boots to wear with your dresses and your skirts. Can't go wrong there. And then booties, what's really current is a pointy toe or a squared off toe. And then also we are still seeing ballet flats and loafers. And tip number 5 is simply don't accessorize with costume jewelry, like chunky, colorful, plastic, costume jewelry. That is just really going to take your whole outfit down a notch right now. There was a time when I think colorful, in fact, just a few years ago, I mean, when I was blogging, even at Dress for My Day, I just started 7 years ago. And even then, it was very on trend, I think, to wear kind of chunky necklaces, like a bright, chunky red necklace with that white button-up shirt. But now, I would say that would ruin that button-up shirt look. You've got a couple of choices with what to accessorize your classic looks with. You could either go with very polished silver or gold pieces. Those are kind of pared back. Maybe there still are, they're chunky and like they're geometrical. They have some shape to them. We're talking good fashion jewelry, and I'm giving you some examples here. All today, I have been wearing actually a fine gold necklace, a 14-karat gold necklace from Penelope, one of my favorite sources for fine jewelry. You can always use code K20, K-A-Y-20, at Penelope for 20% off her fine jewelry, which is amazing. 20% off is extremely significant when it comes to fine jewelry. And she has some beautiful modern pieces. Rachel is young. I don't know, but I'm thinking she's in her late 20s or early 30s. She's young, so she creates really beautiful, fresh pieces. And then I've also been wearing, some pearls, but wear them in a modern way like I've done here. And then just some classic gold and silver is really nice. I'd go pared back. If you have some pretty gemstones or semi-precious gemstones, certainly go ahead and wear them. We're not talking big, chunky looking things that are like for special events, but we're just talking about something really pared back and simple. I have also found some beautiful gemstone and semi-precious gemstone pieces at Quince at a really nice price. So I'll link you to those below too. So you want to accessorize your classic outfits with really kind of some pared back jewelry. And I'm not saying that it can't be significant or impactful, but you just don't want it to be loud plastic and costume. That's the main thing. So that's it for today, but on your way out, I do have a big favor to ask. Below in the comments, could you please leave me some information? Let me know what classics you have in your closet that you love to wear and that maybe you need a little help with making them look modern. What kinds of classics you are trying to style for the winter and maybe even for the spring too. And that will give me some ideas for that blog post series, Styling the Classics for the Modern Woman. I'm also going to link you to that series down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out. I've already got, I think, 3 or 4 blog posts there now in that series, and they'll be going throughout the year. You want to be a part of that. Thanks so much for joining me today, ladies. I'll see you again next Wednesday.